So I'm finna get started taking all the accessories off of here because Tuesday it's going to get cammed. So gotta pull all the accessories off right quick. I'm gonna pull everything off minus the crank sensor. The crank pulley, because I don't have a crank pulley remover tool right now. So that's what I'm gonna do. And as y'all can see, I got the valve stems and the cam. This is a stage 3 truck cam right here. So that's what it began putting the motor. The motor was a good running motor when it was pulled. Like I said, my guy put it on the stand and started it up too. It ran real good and strong. Good oil pressure. So right now we're not gonna go inside of it and do nothing. At a later date, if need be, if I need to do something to it, I will. But as of now, it's running motor, so I'm just gonna go ahead and drop it in. Save me some time and money right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop it in because, like I said, it was running just fine. So we're not gonna mess with it. We're gonna just tear it down, put some new accessories on this joint, and cam it. Put the valve stems in there for now. Then at a later date, I might start just putting little add-ons on it. You know, it's simple. When you got an LS motor, there's always something you can add on to beef up that horsepower. So we might do that later down the line. But as of now, I'm finna set this camera up and I'm finna start pulling all of this junk off the front. Let's go. Yep, so I got most of that shit off of there. Finna get my vacuum out, clean some of this shit up. I'm finna take these coil packs off first though. So yeah, y'all see I got him stripped down really. That's all junk. That harness was all cut up, so it wasn't nothing I could do with that. But I don't use them harnesses no way. I got my own harnesses up there in the box. I use the plug and play harness, the one that standalone. I already bought one of those, so I don't like to rework them because they don't look as clean. I've seen people rework them and they look clean, but I prefer not to do it. I just spend that little money and give me a new harness. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so all that stuff is really junk. I'm not reusing nothing out this pile. I might keep just the plugs because it's always good to have the original GM stuff. Yeah, like I was saying though, I'm gonna clean it up. I'm gonna degrease it and everything. As far as this harness, I'm not keeping nothing out of there. Like I said, I might keep the spark plug wires, a few things that's OE that's good to keep because all this aftermarket shit, it just be kind of, so I try to go with less aftermarket stuff as I can because y'all know how that go. The aftermarket shit don't never work the same as the original equipment. But like I said up here, I'm gonna keep this This right here, I'm gonna clean it up like I did on my other one, the two-door. I got my own brand new coils, but I'm keeping this harness. I bought one last time and I can't find no good sturdy ones like the OE. So I'm just gonna reuse this one, clean it up, and reuse it like I did on my two-door. So that's gonna be that on that. I'm finna put this junk in the garbage. Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep the throttle body too and clean that up. I know somebody can always use a throttle body, so I'm gonna keep that, but all this other stuff is junk. I really don't need it at all, so I'm tossing it. Ain't no sense of cluttering up my garage with all this bullshit, so it's got to go. So yeah, let me get to tossing this stuff. I'm gonna vacuum all this debris out of here, and then I'm gonna spray it and degrease it and, you know, clean it a little bit. But as far as all of this stuff, while I had a motor out, like the knock sensors, which I'm deleting the knock sensor this time around, because I got the ICT billet plate to go here, so I'm gonna delete the knock sensors. But like the crankshaft sensor, the oil pressure sensor, all of this stuff, while you had a motor on, I just go ahead and replace them instead of waiting. I mean, they're not that expensive, but even when it comes to buying this type of stuff, I still go with the expensive ones, because they got cheap ones you can buy for 15, 16 bucks, but I don't like those aftermarket ones, so I go with the AC Delco or the name brand ones. They cost a little more, but they more durable. So, you know, and this the camshaft position sensor, or the crank position sensor right there, and this is the camshaft position sensor. So I'm changing both of those out. Like I said, I don't really need to change this sensor because I'll be using my own sensor out of my Dakota Digital. The Dakota Digital. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish what I'm doing now, and then I'm gonna cut y'all back on in a few minutes. Y'all can see when I'm vacuuming, I'm going down into the ports. That's because sometimes, you know, debris get under here, and it be animals, squirrels, all type of stuff. So when you're taking all this stuff off, it's just probably a bunch of stuff falling in there that what you would not want to be in there. So I just try to break up all the debris and stuff. But what I'm gonna do is now I'm about to I'm gonna hit some light for y'all. Okay, just like little stuff like this, just scrape at it, just get everything broke up that I can. Then I'm gonna degrease this thing. That degreasing, man, work wonders on here. Some people use oven cleaner, but that gunk, that stuff works wonders, man. Look at all that gunk in there. You know, but that stuff works wonders, man. I was gonna put some 5.3 heads on here, man, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm on a budget, but I'm not on a budget, you know, because I want to do this thing right. But if I ain't gonna go all the way in, ain't no sense in me changing the heads just yet. Like I said, when I'm ready to do some new add-ons, that's what I do. See, I'm just breaking all this little shit up around the bolts. I might though, I might. We'll see. You know what I mean? I be so undecisive sometimes when it comes to getting shit done, man. But overall, my intentions is well, you know? I always got good intentions, man. But the people who know me are like, man, you can't make your mind up, and they right. I can't. When it comes to certain stuff, man, what color I'm gonna do it? What color I'm gonna do this? What color I'm gonna do that? You know how it go. Decisions, man. Look at all this debris around there, dirt and gunk. So yeah, I got me 2 cans of that gunk stuff, so that spray gonna get all of this shit out. And then I'm gonna hit it with my wire brush too. I'm gonna hit all the rusty parts. I'm gonna get it all the way down to the metal before I paint over it, because if you paint over it, the rust is gonna come right back through. But you're not gonna be seeing a lot of this shit anyway, because it's gonna be up under there, but I just wanna clean it up, man, like I did my other motor. So I just wanted to look real clean. Of course, I'm not using these. I got a Beretta block off plate for the knock sensor, so I'm not using this either, otherwise I'd have painted it. But I'm gonna still paint with all that stuff on, and then I got new spark plugs and shit too, but I'm gonna leave them in the hose plugged, filled up, so I can go ahead and paint. So I'm pretty much done with this motor for the night. Let me get this last little, stuff off of here, and then I'm gonna pretty much be done with this engine for the night. Show you what I'm talking about. Like all of this stuff under here, see all that rust, like that right there, you paint over that, it's just gonna peel again. So what I'm gonna do is, just like I say, knock it all the way down to the metal. I got my wire brush and my drill. I'm gonna hit it, knock it all the way down to bare metal, and then I paint it back up. You know, scuff it real good, prime it, and paint it. And then once I'm done with all of that, you know, I can see what that say though. 6 liter, baby, big 6.0 LQ9. The king of the 6.0s. Had a 6.2 in the summer. I should have kept it, but I'm like, I let it go though. Which I wasn't tripping, you know what I'm saying? It needed a couple things done to it. The part back here had broke off with a starter, you know, bolt up to it, which it could have been welded, but that was an aluminum motor, so I didn't mess with it. But this one right here is it's gonna be a nice beefy motor. Like I said, I'm debating. I'm gonna make some calls in the morning and I'm gonna see what it'll take to rebuild this thing. I might just go ahead and rebuild it, man, just to be on the safe side. I was supposed to drop this off last Monday, but got so tired of doing everything else that I never got it done. Because literally throughout the week, my schedule be super hectic, man. Mess with my kids, these businesses and all that stuff. It's just always a bunch of stuff to do. Not to mention that I'm still getting this house together, man. I only been in this house a little more than a month, so still unpacking. I got a bunch of shit that I ain't even unpacked over there. You know, so it's a lot of shit still need to be done around here. So I'm just trying to take it easy before I get overwhelmed. You know what I'm saying? But I think I'm gonna make a couple calls. My guy recommended somebody who did his motor. I think I might just make a call and see what their costs charge me just to go ahead and rebuild this thing. Like all new internals from top to bottom. I'm just gonna see what they charge me to cam it and rebuild it. You know, I'd be glad when I get to the point where I'm that good, but I don't know how to rebuild the motor yet. I'm pretty sure if I tried, I'd be good at it, but it's a lot of specifications you got to do when you mess with these motors, as far as torquing stuff down. And you know, it's a whole bunch of little stuff. It just got to be just right, or you can fuck something up if one little thing is off. So that's something I'd rather not mess with. Some shit that I can fix, I'll do it, but some stuff that I can't, I won't. I also got a new torque converter right here. It's my brand new torque converter that I got from Jigs because of that cam I got. So I had to buy that, and that was like $400. But that's a 2200 star cam torque converter. I had to get that because I had put the cam in here. So by me getting the cam in here, I needed something with higher RPMs. So that's a 2200 star. 16 and 2200, that's the stock torque converter right there. But that one only go up to like 14, I think maybe 1500 at the top, you know, at max. So that one gonna work. So, you know, when you buy stuff, you upgrade one thing, sometimes you gotta upgrade something else too to go along with it. So it's kind of like you're stuck. So if you do one thing, okay, I'm gonna change the valve covers. Now you gotta get some more expensive coils or something. Just make an example. So it's always something when you upgrade one thing, unless you're gonna half-ass it, you're gonna have to upgrade something else too to make that thing you upgraded work properly. So it's a lot of shit. That was the same thing going on with that intake I had bought. I love how the intake looked, but it was just a lot of shit to come with it. The intake was already almost $1,000 within itself. Then I had to buy a $700 throttle body, which I wasn't about to do that. I'm like, you know what? Maybe later down the line I'll try that out, but right now I'm not fucking with it. Like I said, there's just certain stuff I won't do. I don't care how much money I got or how much, you know, some cost. If it's out of what I'm willing to pay, I'm not gonna pay it. You know, you can call it what you want, but if it's something that I see and I'm like, okay, that's too much, I'm not buying it. Whether I got the money or not, I'm not buying it. If something too much for me, I'm not buying it. Point blank period, man. But we pretty much gonna wrap this up for the day. Like I said, I'm gonna degrease it. We probably do that in the next video. I'm thinking about just waiting to degrease it actually. I get it back from him and see exactly what he gonna do to it. But I know he gotta pull these valve covers off. You gotta pull that off. You gotta pull this off to cam it. And he doing the valve springs too. So like I said, we're gonna make it happen one way or another, but we one step closer to getting this thing together. You know what I'm saying? So once he cam it this week, we can go from there. And like I said, I'm gonna make some calls tomorrow and see if I can get it rebuilt for a decent amount of money. If it ain't too bad, I'm gonna go ahead and send it off and have them rebuild this thing for me, man. Because from what I hear, it's only like a couple thousand, 2,000 to 3,000, which is not bad. Because you can go get a brand new crate motor from GM. It's gonna cost you $10,000. Shit, I only paid, when I paid for this motor, I paid like $1,200 for this motor. So I paid $1,200 for this motor. So you think I get it rebuilt for $2,000, $3,000? I'd be $3,000, $4,000 in, and you're gonna have the same results you would from a brand new crate motor from the dealer. So we're gonna make it happen. I'm done talking y'all to death for the night. And you're here watching this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell, because when we drop videos, you want to be notified every time. So this is the next morning. UPS just came and dropped off my new intake. If y'all didn't catch what I said in the last video, I told y'all I took the other one back because it just was too much going on with it. And the parts for it was way too expensive. I wasn't willing to pay that. And like I said, I don't care how much money I got. If something out of my price range, I'm not paying it. Now, some stuff I'm willing to pay if I want it that bad. The other intake definitely was nice. I like the shape on it and everything, but those was more for pro-charge and supercharged setups. Yeah, supercharged, pro-charged, and turbo setups. That's what those intakes specifically are for. I mean, I think I could have got away with using it, but like I said, this alone was $700 just for the throttle body. So I said, hell no, I ain't even paid $700 for this all together. I paid like $600 for this whole little setup right here, which was much better. It's actually similar to what I got under the hood of here, but I think that one is a little shorter. And for those of you who need to use these and you asking about the fuel injectors, you can use your stock truck injectors with a lot of these. Hold on one second, y'all. Okay. See, yeah, this one I got in this car is just a tad bit taller than that one. So this is the one I got in here. Yep, and I'm looking at it. And like I said, it's a little bit taller than this one, which is cool because I got good clearance, so that's cool. That's perfect though. This actually clears the hood, but this one, like I said, it'll be a little shorter, but it's still a 102 millimeter throttle body. So, and it got the gold plate near. Those are actually pretty decent ones, I heard, the ones with the gold plate. Because a lot of these aftermarket throttle bodies are not good, but this one they say is pretty decent, and I'm pretty sure it is because it's the same one I had on there, so we put that on there. This one is at an angle too, see? This one kind of face at an angle down. I liked how that looked, so I went on and grabbed this one. But yeah, it's gonna look pretty slick once I'm done, but I'm pretty sure I can use my stock injectors on here too. I'm thinking I'm gonna order some new injectors though, just to be on the safe side. I'm gonna try them on there first before I order some. I'm gonna try the ones that I had off of the other one on there, and we're gonna see how those work first. Cause I got the other intake right over here. Where did I put it at? Where did I put the intake at, man? Hey man, what did I do with the intake, man? Okay, it might be over in that corner over there. I took the other intake off and set it somewhere. Oh well, we'll find it. It's somewhere behind here. Gotta be over here somewhere because, okay, it's right there. It's right there. So they got the stock size injector, so I'm gonna try these, like I said. So everybody always asks, that's one question I give. What injectors work? Your truck injectors work. These are my stock truck injectors that work for that. But this one I'm buying new injectors for. You know, but the stock truck injector should work. Like I said, that one is a little taller. That's a little shorter than this. Yeah, these legs are just about an inch shorter than the other one. So still gonna look good. It's a low profile. I want it to look much like a car accessories as possible. So that's cool. It sit flush. That's a blessing, because the last time I bought one for this car, I had to send it back because it wasn't flush. So this is very low ram. This is a low ram intake, man. You know what I mean? So y'all stay tuned as the parts keep rolling in. We got everything we need though. We got the harness, we got the intake, we got pretty much everything we need for this setup. We got everything I think is complete for this LS swap to be done. I think I need to order one or two more things, but it's not nothing serious. But yeah, we pretty much done, man. All we gotta do is just start assembling stuff. Like I said, the ball will get rolling once he cammed this motor for me Tuesday. From that day on, the ball will be rolling this motor. Y'all gonna see how quick it come together. Once he cam it and everything and put the valve springs in there, then I can start putting my new spark plugs, oil pan, I can clean it up real good, and then y'all see it from there. It's gonna look much better though. But see, these in the front are lower than the back ones. That's why it's made on that slant like that. It's slanted forward. You see that? See, it's made to slant forward, which actually look kind of slick. But yeah, these back ones, these front ones are a little shorter than the back ones. So to give it that slant look, but that's pretty slick. It's gonna look slick under the hood though. You know what I mean? And then once I paint the engine to match, the colors of this is gonna be black and silver. It's gonna look much better on there. Y'all see it though. So y'all stay tuned, man, and I'm gonna cut y'all back on the next video. We out.